I don't know about these cold shoulders, cold showers.
The cold shower does give you cold shoulders.
Yes, and I've been cold all day, and I don't know if it's the cold shower or what, but
Well, this is day 4.
this is, yeah.
So you've taken 4,
Hmm.
and were you able to go progressively colder?
Yeah, I mean, I started kind of conservatively, colder and longer.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
yeah, maybe
so
you dropped your body
and
temperature.
then, but I know I didn't. Yeah, I know. I mean, I haven't been doing it more than like a minute, but I know it can go colder, but I mean, that's like probably
I
the
see.
the
Yeah.
ground temperature or something. So like at the end, I turn it like all the way because I'm like, well, how much more cold could I have had it? Like I want to know,
Yeah.
like, am I pretty cold now? Like it feels really cold, but like how much more? And so that is when I'm just like, I get that real shock.
Yeah.
And so part of me is like, part of me feels like I should be shocking myself. That's really not part of it. I feel like
No,
I
I
need
think it
to
can be.
investigate. Yeah,
I I
a little
I,
more.
I think this is kind of up to us to interpret. So I
Mhm.
don't think there's necessarily like hard and fast rules.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us, we are doing cold showers every day in the month of February.
Yes.
And we started slow, like the first day, did 30 seconds, right?
Hmm.
Did you do that? Yeah. And
Are you turning around? Are you
yeah,
letting it
yeah,
hit your
yeah,
whole body?
yeah.
Hmm.
And today was the first day I actually did some rinsing too. Because before I was like getting done with all the washing stuff,
Yes.
and like
Uh-huh.
then like because all
Yeah.
I could do is like count,
Just
like just
count.
stand there and freeze.
Okay. A little bit longer. A little bit longer.
Yeah, but today I was like, okay, I can actually handle some rinsing off in the cold.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's getting easier quicker than I thought, I have to say.
You're adapting quickly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm colder during the day. Like I literally, you just saw me take my sweater
Yeah.
off before.
Did you notice that yesterday as well?
I think so. I definitely the day before. I can't
And
remember.
I feel like you're also just more sensitive with just changes, right? To different
Probably.
things.
Mm.
If you have a little too much caffeine.
I'm a delicate flower,
Maybe you're just more in tune.
a highly sensitive person. Yeah. Oh well. How's it going for you?
I feel like I didn't want to do it yesterday because I was cold. I was really cold. And I think we talked about before, I have this habit of taking baths to warm
Hmm.
up.
Yeah, hot
So,
baths.
whew, I have not done any rinsing just in the cold yet. I've gotten through like all the shower stuff. And then I'm like, okay, here we go.
Hmm.
Kind of holding my breath a little bit.
Yeah. So are you noticing any benefits?
No, I'm just doing
I
it.
know. I don't know that I am either. I really liked it a couple of times, like right after I felt
Like,
invigorated. I felt
mhm.
really good like a couple days ago, Wednesday. We did a good, really hard workout. And I felt really good getting out of the cold shower and all that. But then I felt super drained not that long after it. And then I really crashed like later in the afternoon. I was on the couch before dinner and I literally was like, I don't think I can get up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, Nick, can you feed Frankie tonight? And then like, can we just order Chinese food? Because I can't like can't get off the couch. I finally did get off and then I did okay with my evening sessions. Like I got a second win. I actually had some green tea with dinner. I'm like, I
Mm,
am gonna need just a little bit of caffeine to get me.
hmm
through. So I don't know if it was the cold shower at all, but
What did you eat after your workout?
mm, I don't remember what we had for lunch that day. I might have made a salad.
That's not enough food.
Yeah. No, I know. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I might look up, we look up cold shower benefits. I might
Right.
look
What
up
are
like,
the
is it bad for some people?
It might be if you have like a sensitive thyroid issue or something,
Right.
right? It could.
I'm not convinced about this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And one of the main benefits is for your immune system. My immune system is like gangbusters. Like I never get sick. Except I have, the autoimmune thyroid Hashimoto's thing I had since I was like 21.
Mhm.
And it's good now, knock on wood, but every once in a while kind of acts up like
You get a
again.
little
I would
flare.
get a flare of antibodies or whatever. So I should probably look because what if it revs my immune system in that way? Like it
Right.
unbalances it. So I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
I did read something about, I didn't really understand it though. It had to do with impeding muscle growth.
Really?
But maybe we're not doing like, maybe that's more if you like sit in a cold bath, an ice bath, or
Hmm.
I'm sure for just regular old me, it's not going to be a problem. But I do remember reading
I don't
that.
know about you, but like I don't want to impede my muscle growth any more than
It's hard to grow that
yeah.
muscle.
Yeah,
Darn
man.
it. So I guess, yeah, our homework will be, what are the potential negative
I
side
know,
effects of
really.
cold showers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
no.
well, you had a hard workout on Wednesday. How was the rest
Mhm,
of your week in the gym?
good. I mean, yeah, Monday and Tuesday. So I worked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, which was yesterday, I totally took the day off from working out.
Mhm.
And then today I also played hooky from the gym in favor of a run
Oh, nice.
because they were doing broad jumps and push presses. Broad jumps freaking hurt my hands, my arms and
Broad
hands.
jumps?
Yes. And I thought it was the impact. Yeah, like just it's so bizarre, right? But Trey thought it was the swinging my arms really hard because he said in the beginning of baseball season, I think he used to like feel it in his hands when he was throwing the ball, and then that would go away. But
Okay.
so I'm like, well, maybe it's possible it was the swinging, but I just feel it on the impact more.
So it hurts your hands
It
and
hurts my
arms.
hands and nobody else I know. It hurts their
Yeah,
yeah,
this is real weird.
so weird. So I was like, I don't want to do that
So
workout.
can you just not swing your hands as hard?
And then I would only jump like not very far, I guess. I
Yeah.
guess yeah, I'll do that next time. But
So do your arms hurt when you do box jumps?
no, I stop them more. I'm more like just using them to jump up. Whereas the broad jump, I guess I'm just using them so hard. Like it's more like a swing, like 180-degree swing or something. um,
I can't wait to work out together.
right? Oh, I'm not as weird as I sound, I don't think. But
I don't know. You've thrown a kettlebell behind you. You hiked a kettlebell into your pelvic bone.
no,
Your hands hurt because you swing them so hard on broad jump.
just remind everyone how weird I am, will you? um Anyway, so today I said no broad jumps. I went for a run, the first run in my hilly neighborhood. I have
Oh.
walked in this neighborhood, and
Hmm.
the walking made me think there's no way I'm gonna want to run
Oh.
because it's really, really hilly. But I actually did. I did 2 miles
Oh,
uh,
nice.
nasal breathing, was
Good grief.
very hard.
That's incredible.
That nasal
Wow.
breathing, man. That sucked. There was like a time when it was okay in the middle. I was like, wow, this is not, maybe like a third of the way into it. I was like, this feels good now. But I must have been not in the big hills, or I don't know. It was pretty not great, but I felt good after.
You should
So,
feel just freaking proud of yourself for doing nasal breathing. That's for
yeah, it was
2
hard.
miles.
Yeah. I estimate definitely fewer than 10 breaths I ended up like exhaling through my mouth or whatever. Like every once in a while I couldn't help it. I needed like
Isn't
one
that
good.
strange?
Yeah.
I get that. I think they call it air hungry. I get that feeling.
Yeah.
I also have like a wicked deviated septum.
Mm.
I know that you can like still do it. So I shouldn't make that as an excuse, but yeah. And it kind of gets in your head. Well, I've never
Yeah.
had an asthma attack. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
And I've never had
I don't think.
like bronchitis or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not familiar with other times of being air hungry, but when I'm trying to slowly, or like even doing box breathing, right? Like 7 in, hold it 7, exhale 7, hold that 7.
Yeah.
Then I all of a sudden like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, I've done a ton of breathing exercises in my life with all the yoga and stuff.
Maybe that's why you're able to do nasal breathing while you're running on hills already.
Maybe. Yeah. I had a Pilates instructor in LA who said, you have the best breath control I've ever seen. I don't think she'd say that now anymore, but but I was like, wow, I do have that in my arsenal or in my past or whatever.
We need to come up with a list of the random compliments that we get. It's really fun.
Great idea. That is fun.
You have incredible breath control.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good for you for
Anyway.
playing hooky, but still getting active and doing
something. That was fun. As far as like, I mean, the week in the gym, the first, probably like right on Monday was Medicare ready already. I thought it was going to be good. I like a short, fast workout intervals, you know, but we did 8 250-meter rows all out. It's like, do not even try to breathe through your nose. Like,
this is going ham.
And like we expect, you know, it should be getting slower and slower as you go because you're going as hard as you can and with equal rest in between. So however long it took you, you can rest that long.
Okay.
And it was horrible. And first of all, like I have to say, I woke up with my back hurting for the first time in a long time. And I had still been doing the hip hook. But I don't know. I mean, I slept amazing and I probably slept like, I think if I sleep too long, my back hurts more. Just, I don't know, that posture, even though it's like a decent bed and all that. So my back was already like a little cranky and then it was killing me and everything seemed to hurt. Oh, my quads were like, it was so horrible. Like by the 5th, so I'm doing the 5th one. And I was like, I just convinced myself like, okay, it's not even smart for me to do this. Like why am I hurting my back? And so I got off and I went to the bike and I started doing the bike. But I was also so, I guess, demoralized that like, I knew in my head, I'm like, oh, I should be doing more than 250 on the bike because that's just the equivalent, you know, you should be. And I wasn't sure what is that. I'm like, what do they usually say? Like, I think it's like twice as long or maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's a lot more. But I was so demoralized. I was just like, I'm sticking with the 250s. And even that was so hard. My quads were like cramping and it really, really sucked. But then we did pistol skill work. And that might have been my games ready moment because like
okay, after all that, you did the pistols?
Yeah, just like skill work. I mean, they had us starting on a box, and just
Mhm.
like dipping down a little bit to like get the mechanics of it. And Trey was like, "Come here." Brandon was teaching, but Trey was like, um, put your legs together and squat down as far as you
Mhm.
can." And I have good ankle mobility, so I was able to go like all the way down. And he's like, "Oh, you don't need to do the box, just do one." And at first I couldn't, I sat down, but I couldn't get up because
Uh-huh.
I went too far. For some reason, I was thinking you're supposed to go really far down, but you only have to go as far as a regular spot, like your hips below your knees.
Mhm.
So then I got the hang of it. I mean, I usually would swing my arms twice to get up. It would
I
be
love
like,
it.
whoa, but I could do a few. So that was
That's
cool. That
awesome.
was fun. Yeah.
I can't believe that you could do them though after your quads were hurting from those all
Yeah,
outs.
they gave us a little time. We were resting a little bit.
Because
And
any
then
single leg work just woo.
yeah, I mean it wasn't easy, but actually got easier over time, probably just because
Mm,
we rested up longer.
mhm.
We were only doing like, it was like one at a time or a couple. Yeah, it was
Well,
a
congrats on getting your pistol.
thanks.
It's awesome. So do you hang
Uh,
onto your foot?
no, no, just arms wherever, arms out for balance or
Mhm.
yeah. I don't think you have to hang on to your foot, do you?
I don't know. I mean, I just see people doing the hanging onto their foot and then squatting.
Oh, interesting.
I don't
Huh.
know if that's necessary for
Yeah.
the movement.
It did hurt my quads, to like, yeah, you had to keep the leg up.
Yeah.
So, huh,
I can't do a pistol.
not yet. But
Right. I cannot do one yet.
yeah, how was your week in the gym?
I was just sore this week. Uh,
Mm,
I felt like Mondays just kind of kicked my butt. And from there, I was disappointed because so a year ago I had toes to bar
yeah.
and I don't
Mm,
seem to really have them right now.
Is it the rhythm
No, I think it might be that I'm like 12
weaker?
pounds heavier.
Oh, oh,
That
yeah,
right, my body is just
could
different.
be. Yeah.
Um,
I guess it depends where the 12 pounds is.
I know. Well, it's all kind of in my butt.
Hmm. With that,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I
I guess
was
that would make it harder.
disappointed.
You'll get it
I
again.
can't, yeah. So my lats were sore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and my hands and then we were doing dumbbell snatches, I
Mhm.
think. And I felt like kind of like a zing, like a nervy pain in my wrist.
Weird.
And I just was using the 25 pounds because I knew to do a single arm snatch with my left arm, it's
Yeah.
like just considerably weaker than my right
Mine
arm.
too. Mhm.
Ugh. So it was just kind of like, ugh. And
Mhm.
then Tuesday was our power output squat day.
Mhm.
So we go 45% and then different percentages for 5 rounds. And you, for 30 full seconds, you do as many back squats as you can.
Oh, wow.
And I managed better this go around. I use the exact same weight that I did the last time we did this. And I was just a little under. So I must not have warmed up enough the
Mhm.
first time because as I put more weight on, I sometimes was doing more reps.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh. But so this time I warmed up a little bit more and I really put in a lot of effort. And so I'm one of them. I think I did like 19 squats in 30
Wow.
seconds. Not anywhere crazy weight, obviously, but
Yeah.
and I was
Oh,
actually
that's a
sore.
lot because you're doing them almost like in a row, not
Yes.
much rest at all there. Like
No.
like 1 or 2 seconds
Yeah.
between each.
And it's
Wow.
so, and I've been studying how to push yourself to kind of max out and like go to failure,
Oh, wow.
which is a really big mind game.
Yeah.
And one of the things is to identify how slow you're going. So you're thinking about, I'm able to do it like this. And then all of a sudden it gets a little slower and a little slower and a little slower. And then you start thinking, how many do I have in the tank? Do I have 2 left? Do I have 1 left? So you're trying to gauge.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe some people, maybe this is just because it's so new for me at 44, not really knowing how to pick up dumbbells that are so heavy. I mean, one of the things was, am I going to be able to put the weights back if I let's say I like go to failure? Am I going to be able to put them back?
Yeah.
Because honestly, sometimes half my like bodybuilding workout is just like getting all my materials together.
They put like the lighter weights higher up at my gym. And I'm like, for some of us that do the lighter weights and are just as tired and are like small, we have to haul that, 20, 25-pound dumbbell up.
Yeah, the physics of it.
Yeah.
So I was sore on Wednesday, and I think, did I go? I think I did Monday, Tuesday, workout of the day, and then today's, which was like a practice for the open. And it was thrusters. Well, first 60 double unders, then thrusters. And then
goodness.
It's supposed to be chest to bars.
Oh, that sounds so hard.
And so last year I recall doing 55-pound in a very similar type workout. And I finished, but I was like, bleh. And I did 65 today, which was the RX.
Yeah.
The non-RX portion was, I didn't even bother trying to do double unders.
Oh yeah.
Because the workout had chest to bars in it. And if you actually were good at chest to bars, then the next portion of it had muscle ups, bar muscle ups. But I was like, well, I'm just going to jump 30 times in a row 3 times. And I did 4 thrusters at a time. That seemed to be a really good pace. I can do those in about 15 seconds. And then I give myself 15 seconds. And I realized that I have better quality kipping pull up if I do one every 15 to 20 seconds. So it took me, my goal was to do 3 full rounds of that. And I got through the thrusters on the 3rd round. I didn't get to the pull-ups. But
yeah, it's a hard workout.
Yeah.
I wonder what the real open's gonna be.
I know, and now it's only 3. It used to be 5 workouts.
Right.
I don't know why they went down to 3. It's kind of stinky.
I know.
And then I stayed after to do, so these Fridays we have the Metcon, and then we have you can do some accessory work afterward, and basically nobody does any of that.
Oh yeah.
But I stayed around and I did banded hip thrusts or hip thrusters.
Oh yeah.
175.
Wow.
Which was,
you got some butt there.
It's growing. And the other thing that I did today that's painful were Nordic hamstring curls. Have you done those before?
I don't think so. What is that?
So we have the GHD machines, or the I guess that's not a machine. The GHD thing where and it's just not, I don't fit it very well. My prescription, or what I'm supposed to do, is on a GHD type thing, straight leg and then into a bent knee, because it hits kind of different muscles.
Yeah.
And I can't, for some reason on those machines, I can't get my body to do the thing. So I have to do it separately. And Nordic hamstring curls. So I set up a barbell. Today I put it against the rig and kind of like secured it so it wouldn't move. And then you put your legs underneath. So you're on your knees
Uh-huh.
Your feet go underneath the bar, and then
Yeah.
so the bar is going to be mid calf, and
Mhm.
then you do a slight hip hinge,
Mhm.
and you go down as slowly as you can, all the way to the ground. So it's
So I'm
all
not,
hamstrings
yeah, I'm getting confused. Okay, so you're
on your
where is your
knees,
body? You're on your knees facing
away from the bar.
away from the bar, in front of the bar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then what?
And then you're like, your feet are like propped up. So
Uh-huh.
the bar is
Yeah.
basically on your calves. So it's
Okay.
mimicking somebody holding your feet down.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then you just as slowly as possible with a hip hinge, not a totally straight body, with a hip
Okay.
hinge,
Oh,
go down
like,
as slowly as possible.
okay. So your stomach's gonna end up on the
Yep.
ground.
So you go like put
Interesting.
all the way down and then push yourself back up.
Okay. Wow. That's cool.
It it's really hard and
Yeah.
yucky.
Sounds hard. Okay.
I don't like those, but I have to do them. The other thing I'm going to try to do for hamstrings is on the rower, you lay behind the rower, put your feet, your heels on the seat, and then
Mhm.
you can like do like basically kind of a glute bridge
Okay.
back
Wow.
and forth. That's
Interesting.
supposed to hit your hamstrings as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that one because I tried doing like the sliders, those slippy discs on the
Yeah.
floor, just doing a glute bridge that
Right.
way. And it's it's
Not
hard to
enough.
get your body up. Like I was ending up like propping my arms underneath my chest
Oh, wow.
so I could like they were just hard. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I did a lot of things to ever try to develop hamstrings.
Mhm.
So it's just
And
a
this is for
challenge.
your bodybuilding, right?
Yeah,
Like,
this
we
is
should,
for
yeah. Just in case listeners are like,
oh, good
what
idea.
is
Yeah.
that?
Why is
Why is
she
she
doing
doing
that?
that?
It's a
Yeah.
great question. I'm trying to add mass to my body, and I've so far added about 12 pounds.
Wow.
Of that, I don't know what's muscle because I didn't do any of those tests. Oh, well. And I'm trying to eat 320 grams of carbs. Last night, I kind of had, so I think I told you we got some snow,
Mhm.
and I guess that can shut Denver down because you'd think they'd have a lot of things to remove
Yeah.
snow, but they don't.
Weird.
I know. So I was supposed to get my gobble delivery of my 3 meals, which I was really
Yeah.
looking forward to. It was supposed to arrive on Tuesday, and it still is not here.
Oh, man.
I know. So I would say I had Medicare moment, just being sore this week.
Mm.
And I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to soak in my hot bath, and that would make it worse.
Well, you can soak in your hot bath. You can. And then
I
take a
know.
cold shower right after. Which
Using
some
so
ways, I
much
mean,
water then.
yeah, that feels really good.
And
Anyway.
yeah, I would say my games ready moment would be I don't know, sometimes it's hard to just
Hmm.
choose.
The open workout, 65-pound thrusters.
Well, yeah, 65-pound thrusters. I would not have been able
Yeah.
to do that last year. And
Yeah.
I could do 4 in a row. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Sweet.
probably could push and do 6,
Hmm.
but again, we've been really talking a lot at the gym about pace and pacing
Right.
yourself. And so thinking like, even if the time cap is in 2 minutes, could I do a whole nother set? You want to sometimes
Mm.
have enough in the tank.
Hmm.
And oh, actually, I'll say a games ready moment was on maybe Tuesday, I think. It was an EMOM with rowing and burpee box jump overs.
Mm.
And I wasn't sure what I should choose as my calories on the rower. And I ended up choosing 10. So I was able to do 10, and then I did 5 burpee box jump overs, step ups really this time. But I felt like I chose a really smart pace without
Yeah.
going too slow at the beginning, because I'm also known to do that.
Okay.
Where I'll go, my first round is slower than my second and third, which is,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm just
Mhm.
nervous and scared that I'm going to go too hot and
Yeah.
throw up.
Yeah. Right.
Have you had anybody at the gym throw up before?
Oh yeah. I remember this girl when it was her first workout, she threw up
No.
and she came back. She's there now.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was
No
good for
good.
her. Yeah.
Do you have anything for what hurts?
Well, unfortunately, I'm like, what is up with my back? It's a little better today and better. Yes. Yeah, it's been better since Wednesday, but not 100%, not
Is it
like
that
what it
same spot?
was. Yeah, I mean, more on the left but yeah, I mean, I would say that did hurt, but right now, oh, also weird, my thumb, I'm like, I feel like when I do the barbell and stuff,
Hmm.
my thumb hurts lately.
Like
I don't know
arthritis
if
hurt?
it's maybe. I don't know. And it's the kind of thing, it's like I wanna just like crack it or move it around
Oh,
and stuff, but that doesn't feel so good. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll see.
are you doing a hook grip?
Yeah, so it was interesting. We did on Wednesday, we were doing power snatches from elevated, like up on boxes or whatever, or
Hmm.
stacks of plates. And I think at first I wasn't because I thought that it was the hook grip from last week that was like hurting my thumb. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Hmm.
So I was doing it without the hook grip a couple times, and then I did the hook grip, and it did make it easier. And I was like, I think it feels better now.
Mm.
And actually, even after that workout, like later in the day, I was like, I think my thumbs are feeling better now. Like maybe it just adjusted it back. I don't know. So we'll see. There's like that's what's been hurting.
Hmm.
Back and thumbs.
I did some wrist mobility the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, yo.
Yeah. What do you do for that?
I was fingers facing away and going as far as possible
Oh, over. So like
over,
flexing your
and
yeah.
then putting the backs of your hands on the ground and then hands
Oh,
facing your
okay.
body
So
and
both
then
ways.
going
Yeah.
both. And
Mm.
they were talking about doing like fingertip push-ups, which I can't
Whoa.
obviously do, but so you on your knees and trying to,
Mm.
again, just strengthening, because when I got that zing in my wrist, the advice was just start wearing wrist wraps.
Mm.
And I have this thing from my coach in high school tennis, because one of the girls always put a wrist wrap on, and he gave her so much crap about it that
Hmm.
she was never going to actually make her wrist stronger by doing that.
Hmm.
And for some reason,
Stuck.
it's like, so I don't know if I have to wear them in order. I mean, because the thing was, oh, you're just getting old lady wrists. And I refuse
Mm.
to have old lady anything. So
At least yet.
yeah, at
Before,
least
because you're not an old
right
lady yet.
right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Um, so I did ask one of the coaches, and she said that she used to wear wrist wraps and essentially made herself strong enough that she didn't need them.
Mhm.
So if I am going to have to do something crazy, maybe I'll put them on, because we did one time a set of 12, multiple sets of 12 overhead squats.
Mm.
And I really needed it then,
Mm.
because
Mhm.
I had 65 pounds right over my head.
Right.
Like, oh,
I think she's right. I think, because at first, certain things can be too much for your wrists. Like your other muscles can handle them, but like those small muscles can't. And so you need a bit of support, but your muscles can still get stronger even with the wrist wraps. So I used to wear them. I had hurt my wrists kind of doing snatches, like
Yeah.
that snatch grip is very weird for my
Can
wrist
also
sometimes.
be very like nerve weird pain.
Mm. So I started wearing wrist wraps, and then I've reduced
Mm.
there was like a while I wasn't wearing them at all recently. And I think like maybe 2 weeks ago, we were doing like a heavy lifting complex. And with the push jerk, I was like, I think I'm going to put my wrist wraps on. But I don't wear them very often anymore. So I
Okay.
think she might be right. Like it's probably, and your tennis coach might have been a little bit
Well,
wrong.
I mean, that was like 1992
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah, so
And I mean, we weren't going to the gym and working on it. I also talked to her about the wraps that you would use for, so doing 4 sets of 12 of sumo deadlifts at 175.
mm,
At some point, my hands, like I can see that my grip would be the limiting factor in
mhm,
certain movements.
uh,
So I think I'm going to try those out as well,
mhm,
just to not rely on them, but use them as a tool when it's appropriate.
right.
Oh, and we had a question. I'm so excited.
Yes,
We
what's our
have,
question?
oh, it's a good one too. What are your routines for your first hour and last hour of the day?
Oh, okay.
And this comes from Brittany G.
Is that your coach, Brittany, or?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
cool. Okay.
I have
So
like a pie in the sky answer, like my imaginary life.
well, I think she might want to know what you're actually doing. Do you have a routine? Like, what do you do every day?
I
The
am
dogs.
trying to make things into a routine. Yes, it is coffee, dogs,
Mhm,
and feed myself and get dressed to go to the gym.
mhm,
In my head, I have a lot of other things I want to be able to do
mhm.
in the morning. I
Yeah,
really have cut down on any social media scrolling. So
great.
that's a bonus.
Yeah.
And I still check my email, even though I don't think that I get anything important anymore. I always check the weather.
Okay.
But the routine, yeah, is I get up and I get coffee
Yeah,
immediately. And then just dogs.
yeah.
What about you?
I wake up, I have a glass of water with my thyroid hormone. Is it? Are there? And then I go and I meditate, usually 20 minutes.
Mhm.
If I'm super antsy and I just can't face that for some
Mhm.
reason, sometimes I do 10 or 15, but 20 is my usual. And then since the new year, I've been doing a little hip spin up thing, like 3 stretches on each side that, just for like a minute or two.
Mhm.
And then I go make my tea and look at my email
Mhm.
and yeah, just sit on the couch and, you know, look at my email newsletters and then read something good for me.
Mm.
And then I'll make breakfast if it's a day I'm making it, or Nick will. But that's basically my morning routine. And then I usually, like, since I work out at 9, I'm usually in here taking care of like emails and a little bit of work. And sometimes a few more body things, like
Mhm.
maintenance body things, but I've been pretty bad with that. And then gym. So how about evening?
Well, I feel like I'm getting there. I
Mhm.
have decided that my phone is not allowed to be in anything but airplane mode when I go into my bedroom at night now.
Oh, good.
It's just so easy to start either scrolling or watching YouTube videos and or
Mm,
playing a dumb game.
right.
So I will wash my face, brush my teeth, floss, and put on my Frownies.
What are Frownies?
They're the like sticker things that I'm
Oh,
trying to like get
Reduce
rid of my
wrinkles.
11s
Okay.
on my
Your
face.
forehead wrinkles.
Yeah, my
Well,
forehead
do
wrinkles.
they have ones to get rid of these long horizontal lines on your
Yeah.
forehead? I think I might need to try that.
What about your mask thing though? I want to try your mask thing, your infrared.
I mean, I've been using it for a year. I mean, I think it's doing some things, but
So the
as
physics or
much.
whatever
Mhm.
behind the Frownies is that it's actually allowing the muscle to like totally relax and release. I mean,
Oh,
it feels like a cast in the morning.
oh,
It's like
wow.
hard. It's crazy.
Interesting.
And then I read my like good for you type book.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to figure out where I've been doing this, read the Bible in a year,
Oh, wow.
and I kind of fell off the wagon
The
because my
Bible's
goal
long,
was,
right?
yeah.
Oh, it's
Well, that's
kind of meant to be like they redo it every year, at least in synagogues. I don't know what they do in churches, actually.
well, churches
I
don't
don't really
typically
know what they
read
do
the
in
whole.
synagogues either, though.
Well, this is I signed up for a daily email, which is really nice because then it's broken into different pieces. So we read through Genesis, but you're reading like a chapter at the beginning of the Bible and then something from the New Testament.
Mhm.
So that was my goal of doing that in the morning, but I don't always do it.
Yeah. Okay. No judgment here.
So I have all these things that I want to do. I did the morning miracle one
Miracle,
time.
miracle morning.
That.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I used to do that.
So my work wife Lisa and I did this because we wanted to earn the trip to Cancun together.
Wow.
And it's interesting. We did the miracle morning and it was good. And we hit the trip and we both stopped doing it. It was like we achieved that one thing and then it was
Yeah.
over.
That's what's dangerous about setting a goal. And like if you don't set another one, why
Yeah.
do
And
it?
then you're always
Why do
constantly
all
the
that?
next thing, the next thing.
Mhm, mhm,
Uh, so I would like my morning routine to be I get up and I drink a glass of water instead of the coffee.
mhm.
But I'm just so excited for the coffee.
Right.
And I want to be able to get up at 6:15.
Mhm,
And I don't know if it's partly, when the sun doesn't come up early and it just is
mhm.
harder for me to get up,
Yeah.
or if my body is just more adjusting to harder workouts. I would love to just move to Hawaii for like, I don't know, 6 months.
Mhm.
Because when you're in Hawaii, you just naturally wake up really early.
Oh, really?
Well, because your body's on a different time zone.
Oh, right. The jet lag.
That was like it was my perfect life of
Oh, that's funny.
getting up early and I'd have a little breakfast and then I'd go work out and then come home and finish breakfast and do a little like work and then go to the pool, come home, eat, play a game, be in bed by 7. Like a big old nerd.
Sounds fun.
I know we're gonna have a great time in Austin because I'll be like, do you want to go to bed now?
Well, I'm really glad that we're coming from two different directions. So, like different time zones, because I mean, if I was coming from LA like I used to would have been, oh, wait, no, is it gonna be work? Wait, shoot, no, I think it's bad because I'm like the early riser of the two of us. And I'm going to an earlier time zone. We'll see how
It's
it
too
goes.
much mental
Yeah,
energy
yeah, I
right
know.
now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, which direction? Yeah.
Well, I will be able to get up more easily if I have, I mean, the boys obviously that they'll get me up if they really need something. But if I have something to do, I can get up. And I think we're going to have very full days.
So my evening. So I've been doing different things lately, like with this new year. So that's when I would do the hip hop
Mm.
was the evening. And then I turn my phone off and get into bed. I like to read, but I don't pressure myself to read anything good for me at night. I just read whatever I want.
Oh, and by good for me, I've just meant like not because social media is not good for me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that's what I meant, more of like
Okay.
something that I'm really like learning something interesting,
Yeah.
or it's just a fiction that's
Fiction. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So besides our let's test this out for a month and then
Hmm.
try something new in, February and March, etc. I've been doing my friend Jenny started this and I was like, this is really smart. Just adding little habits that I want to continue. So just starting a new thing every month. And so in January, that's when I started doing the hip spin up because I figured that'll be just good for me to do continually. Right.
Hmm.
And so in the evening, starting in February, I added, I'm going to just clean or straighten up for 10 minutes at night
Mm.
before, I get into bed or whatever.
Hmm.
So I have been doing that and that's cool because I'm enjoying it. First of all, I just listen to a podcast for 10 minutes
Hmm.
and usually the smart list that you
Oh,
introduced me
nice.
to, so fun.
So fun.
I like that because, you do just get to take care of these things that got dirty or
Add
got
up.
messy and
Hmm.
add up. Exactly.
Yeah. I love that. And I don't do mine right at the end of the night, but I created a habit tracker.
Mm,
And one of the habits I want to have every day that I've added in is dust one room every day.
okay. Yeah.
And then I have, with the exception of one night, I have cleaned up the kitchen
Yeah.
to the point where there's nothing in the sink.
Yeah.
And that also, it just feels really good when you
Yeah, it does.
get there in the morning. You're like, oh,
Yeah. So I'm liking this so far. The only possible problem and issue with it is I have noticed this week. So with my Aura ring,
mhm,
tracking my sleep, for some reason, even when I get optimal sleep,
mhm.
my deep sleep is low.
Oh,
And deep sleep usually happens really early in the night. And so I'm wondering, is it too active for me to be cleaning or straightening, even for 10
oh, at the right.
minutes?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
possibly, yeah, we'll see if that's
Would you Would you change that then to 10 minutes
do
at
it
lunch
earlier.
or
Yeah. Yeah, I could do it.
and this is something I feel like maybe some people in some worlds talk about this, but I'm going to guess the general population in the United States don't think about being active and then trying to go to bed and being curious why they're tired or not getting good sleep or
Yeah.
and how many Americans are doing something like scrolling social media like
Yeah.
I was, and how does that impact their sleep?
Oh, yeah, that does as well. Yeah.
I That was the thing I think I really liked about Hawaii because it did seem to
Hmm.
get dark early
Hmm.
and I was ready to go to bed.
Hmm.
But I really, really like that circadian rhythm when it's matched with the sun. And yeah, as soon as it starts like getting dusk outside, you're kind of like, okay, it's time to take a deep breath and everything's like gonna start settling
Hmm.
instead of ramping up.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I mean, the social it just keeps your mind
Yeah.
going, even though it's not probably going in a productive
It's no, absolutely not.
way at all, but it's just like distracted going like all over
Yes.
the place. And
And then I
mhm.
I'm I don't recall where I was hearing somebody talk about this. Perhaps it was a podcast with Jonathan Hari, who has written a new book about focus. It was about scrolling TikTok or Instagram Reels or even Twitter and how you're content switching so
Mhm.
quickly and that our brains just don't keep up with that.
Right.
And it makes us just distracted everywhere else.
Mhm.
I would love to just simplify and
Mhm.
I don't know if it's possible though. I mean, I
Sure
feel
it
like
is.
an ancient human Can I live in the world, but not of the world? Can I be the weirdo
Well,
that has a dark house at
I
6 p.m.?
think, yeah, I think if you minimize the time and also locate the time to one or two chunks, rather
Hmm.
than like continually sort of being distracted all day, I think that really helps. Or you spend the majority of the day not doing social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
a
not
bit.
just the majority, the large majority of the, yeah, because
Yeah.
majority still leaves a lot of hours.
Well, and um, that that book, he was talking about certain statistics of how much time people are spent.
Oh my goodness. I was coaching a 15 or 16-year-old last year who literally had like 15 hours of screen time every day.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a
How does
problem.
that
But
change your brain?
that's
That's
actually
at
seems
right.
very normal for their age group now. So it's this whole generation.
Yeah. I'm going to check that book out. I'll send you the podcast I listened to with him
Okay.
being interviewed. It He decided to go on a fast from his phone
Mm, wow.
because he had taken his nephew to the Elvis place. I don't.
Graceland?
Yes.
Okay.
The Elvis place. And he got so frustrated and pissed with his nephew because
Mm,
I get it. They were in Graceland in this place they'd talked about going for so
mhm.
long. And what almost everybody was doing, they would
Yeah.
scan a code and like learn about it. So they're
Mhm.
standing there watching their phone while they're
Wow.
there and could be
Yeah.
like taking it in.
Right.
So he went on this fast. I think he was staying on Martha's Vineyard. And he said he felt some sort of like high the first week or two.
Uh-huh.
And then he started getting antsy and almost having these withdrawals. He talked about
Yeah.
being on the beach and seeing these families or kids like using their cell phones and taking the pictures. And he just wanted to like, give me the fucking phone.
Wow.
Like, I need to check something just because it was
Mhm.
this. Yeah. I think he went 3 months without a
Mm.
cell phone.
Wow.
So, and
That's long.
it came, one of the things he came out with was, okay, obviously you can't be all in or all out. Like it just,
Mhm.
we're going to have to figure out how to have
Yeah,
some balance.
for sure.
And wow, it is crazy how it really messes with you.
Mhm.
For example, for the rest of February, I'm not going to look at any
Oh,
fitness model people
wow.
because I feel behind or I don't see people in my position. So I'm going to compare myself to somebody
Oh, okay.
who
Mhm.
this is their fourth time doing a cut. Like their body's going to look
Mhm.
way different than mine.
Mhm.
And it's just not healthy for me to do the comparison game,
Mhm.
which is something that we learn at the gym.
Mhm.
But some of
Yeah.
us maybe have thicker heads and have to learn it in a lot of different places.
Right. Yeah.
So thank you, Brittany, for that awesome
Yeah, thank you,
question.
Brittany. That was great.
Makes me want to be a better person.
Yeah, I really like continually seeing, okay, what can we experiment with and do? And it's worth it because I can feel it. I feel the distracted nature of the things that are, calling, like checking your email and checking this and that. And I know I don't like, when I scroll stuff for really more than just a couple of minutes, like I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel good.
No.
I know it. And so I'm pretty good about not doing it. And I'm really glad that you're the one doing our social media. Although the editing takes a long time because
Yeah.
we do love to talk over each other.
Well, we could just be
And
like the
go
Joe
like,
Rogan experience and just let it fly.
I've never listened to that.
You've never listened to a single podcast with him?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of what would be my favorite for you to listen to because he can have some really funny people on
Okay.
that are just is just hilarious. Like he had Snoop Dogg on and it
Oh,
was
I
just
love Snoop Dogg.
hilarious to me.
Yeah. I
So they're
love
talking
Snoop
about
Dogg.
like Snoop Dogg
Snoop-
made a blunt in front of him. He's like, do you mind? He's like cutting open a cigar and
Of course
putting
he
his
did.
weed in it.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll see if I can find that one.
So
Can you
entertaining. You can
listen to
actually
that if
watch them
you?
too.
Okay, right.
Do you listen to Spotify?
I don't pay for it.
No, well, you can still
And I
listen.
don't listen to my podcasts on it. So, but so
Okay.
you can, okay. I wasn't sure if you had to pay to
No, you
get
can
the
yeah, you
him
can listen to
his
it.
podcast or okay.
And you can listen to music on it. You just end up with ads. I ended
Mhm.
up just subscribing because I couldn't take one more ad
Mhm.
telling me that they were worried about my safety.
Oh.
Sorry, United. That's not, no, I've flown. Okay.
Weird.
Or the latest one had been slow driving accidents. It was basically saying that if you go 5 over, it's worse than going 10 or 15 over on the freeway. Oh, it would make me so angry.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
found out that they were totally trying to get just to me because my friends all have very, very different ads in their Spotify.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, I forgot to send this to you. I actually took a video of uh, Alexa of me asking her to play the Functionally Fit Friends podcast, and she did. So we are finally on Alexa. But I was like, oh, that would be really rude if we posted that on Instagram and made everybody's Alexas play it. That's not really fair.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
make people try us out.
Right? That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, did we do all the things?
I think that we
Yeah, we didn't really have a topic this
did.
week, but I think we had a good podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, just a good conversation.
Yeah, let's just call it.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Remember,
Friends
friends help
help friends
friends stay
stay fit.
fit.